All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm trying to get this video done. I was just at it was like a island, a green island, but it was it was a golf hole. I don't know which hole it was, but it was like an island, so you climb up it. It was pretty cool, and so I didn't think anybody was really out here. And then all of a sudden, these people came up. So here I am in the middle of the desert. Muscle Tension Change Classic. All right, just to get into the nuts and bolts of how this program is to be done, it's to be performed every single day for 2 years. If you miss a day, basically the only time you should ever stop doing a program is if you have the flu. More now with, the CV-19 and all of that, now there are variances, but you know what I mean. You're supposed to do 49 reps from day one of each exercise, all right? And then you do that for complete 2 years. I did that, and I do want to say this to you guys. I mean, I don't really care which way you go about it and how you do it, but mentally, you gain a lot from doing that. But in hindsight, I looked at it and I was like, my gosh, I'd never seen a program where we didn't up the reps slowly but surely. Why would you go straight to 49 and then do that for 2 years straight? So by doing so, if you do choose to do so, you better be taking in the protein, and you might even need some creatine to, because if you're adding this to whatever else you are doing for exercise. So keep all of that in mind. Me personally, I like to do about, like I said before, I do about 25 reps of each a day. Just lately, though, since I've been doing this series, so I'll stay on that. But anyways, I don't even like to do 25 reps. That's why I say about 25 reps, because I just like to do it in like 30-second increments. Boom, it's on a timer on the phone at 30 seconds, ding, 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 gives you a 5-second break or however long you want to take a break, and then starts the next 30 seconds. This way, I don't have to count. I don't have to think about that. I think about my breathing. I think about what part of the body I'm lacking on. Maybe, when you do one thing, you lose sight of another. When I first learned to do stances from the waist down, full tension, and from the waist up, totally relaxed, it was difficult because you find yourself in the beginning, you find yourself, tensing up from the waist up just as you are down below, and vice versa. So keep that in mind. That's the way I personally like to do it. The authentic program is 2 years, 7 days a week, 49 reps, all 12 exercises every single day. That's it. Now, how this program came to be, and this is why when I looked on YouTube, and I was like, when I found Muscle Tension Change Classic, I'm going, what the heck? What is this? It was all like Qigong type of exercises. Now, who's right, who's wrong? Who has the real Muscle Tension Change Classic and who doesn't? I have to just go by common sense. And common sense tells me if I'm working the muscles and the tendons, I need to be doing some type of resistance. All right, that being said, this is why this is what I learned, is how this whole program started, was Tamo or Damo or Buddhiyama, however, whatever name you know him as, Buddha Harma, whatever name you know him as, was an Indian monk who, for some ungodly reason, I have no rhyme, no reason why he was at the Shaolin temples in China, but he saw that the monks were passing away at early ages, and it was all from sitting in meditation, not really doing any physical activity. And he showed them this. And this is where the Shaolin priests, Shaolin monks got famous for their Muscle Tendon Change Classic, was from an Indian monk from India who brought it over. So that's why. So in my mind, if I'm sitting around eating rice and praying and, you know, not really getting any physical activity in, why would I do some kind of Qigong meditation and, you know, working the mind? Why wouldn't I work the actual physical? So that's why I don't have any idea why these people do what they do. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's right. Although I want to say this, just like in Bagua, when I learned bow and arrow pulls, I don't think they call it bow and arrow pulls in Bagua, but bow and arrow pulls we do with full tension. When I got to Bagua, we did the exact same exercise, but with no tension at all. Just focusing on what part of the body goes next. Don't skip any little spot, you know. So I would say that the same thing implies here with muscle tendon change. I mean, I would still go through the postures and the exercises, and that's what I love about them. You can put 1,000 pounds into it, or you can put 2 pounds into it. All right, it's totally up to you how you're feeling that day, what's going on with you. All right, so I wanted to answer that I think that, well, I had a few questions. Oh, I have my paper right here. And thanks for the questions. And you guys want to say this. If you guys have watched a video from way back when, I would go back and re-watch some of these videos, because some of the comments that some of the people that are on this channel now, I mean, it's incredible. I can't wait to get around some of these folks, because, man, I can tell that they're extremely knowledgeable about the Chinese martial arts, and so it's really, really good. But high reps, lack concentration. Even low reps, I lack concentration, because it's not that I lack concentration, it's that I know I'm not putting 100% concentration into what I'm doing if I'm keeping count. That's why I like to use a timer. Lower tension, but then do higher reps. I don't really think so. I would think, me personally, I would rather do the 25, around 25 that I do in the 30 seconds. I'd rather do that twice a day than do the 49 with lower tension. All right, so keep that in mind. Back to back, yeah, these go consecutively. I mean, if you need to take a breather in between, yeah, but you don't stop. You haven't completed your workout until you've done all 12 exercises. All right. And I did talk about the differences already with the muscle restructures. Man, you guys, this is one hell of a program, and there's variations to it. All right, so you can go hard. You can go soft, like I just spoke about. Right now, I'm big time into the sphincter, tightening that sphincter. That's something teachers used to always talk about. When you hit, you know, your sphincter should get tightened. And I used to think to myself, yeah, right, let me see you do that in the fight, you know. But it is a matter of these habits, because I've sparred many of people and they ask me how I caught them with this or how I caught them with that. I don't know. That's what I tell them. I don't know. It's just they're trained to see the openings, and they're trained to go for the openings on their own accord, you know, whether it's the knee, the shin, the elbow, the fist, whatever, you know. So that's the way I equate everything, you guys. So, and I know I'm missing things because I had a whole program in my head for this, but I hope you guys take advantage of this. At least it's up, and it will always be here. If, you know, me personally, when my 3-year-old grandson gets a little older, you think I'm gonna do 49 reps? No, I'm gonna start him at like 12 reps or something. You know, 9, 12 reps. Say he's 10, 11 years old now and he's wrestling or whatever. Here, let's add to it, you know. So this is a gem for everybody, you guys. And those of you that are just here visiting, please subscribe. Why not? Is it going to hurt you to get a damn notification that Steve put up another video? If it does, then unsubscribe at that point, all right? But until Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you. Have a great one. Peace.